How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews back with unboxing, gargantuan unboxing time in the form of, beer mail via Maxx from a Connecticut way. Where's Middletown, Connecticut, to be exact. This is not the first beer mail I've received from Maxx, but this one, if I remember correctly, is a little bit bigger. The last person to send me beer from up that way, or beer mail from up that way, was Steven, and he dropped a crazy, bonkers, insane amount of beer. Looks like Maxx has took offense to that and is trying to kick it up a notch, which, hey, little competitive beer mails, that does not suck. But thank you very much, brother. I can't wait to dive into this. This comes very good timing on this one. I'm doing my beer tuber palooza this weekend, and it'd be always nice to have some new beers just for me, but for the guys. Sure, a lot of the guys that are coming down from up this kind of way, or even more New England than I'm at, but it'll be fun to kind of see what's what. So let's kind of dive into this sucker. What do I do here? Okay, we're gonna have to do one of these. Let's just slide that over. Oh, I'm breaking everything. It's going fucking. Okay, there we go. Almost broke everything. Jesus Christ. Okay. We're gonna divide these up between beers and mystery beers, because you guys are not here for the mystery beers. I mean, I am. I mean, you are to watch them, but as far as what they actually are, in the beer mail sense of things, really couldn't care. Or you couldn't care less, or whatever you want to call it. However that goes, I always screw that one up, because it doesn't really do anything for you. You're just seeing me kind of unpacking a bunch of stuff. I think that's it for the mystery beers. So we have what looks like, maybe I'll find another straggler floating around in there. Well, we have 4 mystery beers. Perfect. I wanted some mystery beers for this weekend. I'm sure some of the guys are going to show up with mystery beers. I know my buddy Keith is bringing some mystery beers down, but it'll be nice to have a couple in tow ready to go. So we'll throw these off to the side, get to the unwrapping. There's more beer in here, but we'll deal with the cans. First off, we have Back East Ice Cream Man, a Citra Pale Ale. Keep cold, drink fresh. This was canned 7.3, so just a bit over 2 weeks. This is Cumberland Blues. They call it Ice Cream Man. I wonder if there's lactose in here. I don't see anything about lactose, but you think Ice Cream Man, it would have... Oh, wait. It says right here, it contains no dairy. Maybe there's vanilla? Something like that going on. But I actually really dig that label. I don't know who is that label. It reminds me of some kind of like a pop culture thing. I forget the actual... what that actually is. So try to keep that on camera. Next up we have... Well, there's one of these in here. And that's kind of nice. King Julius. I've had this before, but only a while ago. My buddy George and my buddy Steve kind of went up. This is a year or two ago. And they brought back a can, and I had a sip of it. But, dude, thank you very much. I know this is kind of, King Shit Fuck Mountain stuff when it comes to a lot of stuff, especially with the old treehouse gangs and stuff like that. For you to actually send one off to me, it's fucking infinitely cool, dude. So thank you very much. That's fucking bonkers cool of you. Just throwing a juice machine too. Hot garbage beer mail. Here we go. Look at that. That's like two of the more bigger kind of hazy whales when it comes to beer nowadays. A lot of people still poop on Treehouse. Munson everything is better in Munson. But as far as 2 of the beers right now that most people kind of geek out on, those are the ones. I've always wanted to do reviews of Juice Machine. Never actually had it before, so that in of itself is pretty fucking cool. But the fact that you get both in one, that's pretty crazy. Well, Fox Farm, good. This is a double India Pale Ale, double burst. I think I've had a pale from them. I might have had a Fox Farm mystery beer that was a hazy, but most of it's been kind of lager, slightly sour stuff like that. I don't think I've had an actual big double hazy from them. This might have been one that Max was actually talking to me about. I believe it was Max was kind of telling me one specific one was like their best of the best. So thank you very much for sending that off, brother. Let's see what we have here. 5 Churches Brewing. Never heard of these guys before. This is their We Have Faith in Our Beer, Steeple People, Double India Pale Ale. No date on the can. Maybe that. That's kind of cool. I like that label. I can get down with that. Tis what it is. So, doing that. Oh, Road Jam. Listen, I like this beer. We get this one around. Well, we get it in PA. We don't actually get it in Jersey, I don't think. But I love this beer. But I've never actually reviewed it. I reviewed something jam from, I think it was Boulevard Brewing, but I've always wanted to give this a whirl. And I always dig on some Two Roads. It's probably one of my more favorite breweries up that way, especially some of the more shelf-driven stuff. Just because, you know, that dude, Phil Markowski? He's the king of kind of yeast-driven deliciousness. And then we have one of these, Super Treats. I had one treat. When it originally came out, I believe it was, probably about 6 months ago or something like that. I ended up getting a treat, but it wasn't Super Treat, and I don't know the ins and outs of how Treehouse rolls with this stuff, but I'm pretty sure all the treats are very different, because I know mine was pretty clear, and I dug it. It was very old school kind of beer, but I know some other people like mine's quite a bit different, and I think they varied from can to can. Is that right? I don't know. You guys let me know, but this will be super kind of cool to dive into. This, again, super fresh, less than 2 weeks old, sweet hop candy. And Super Trees an Imperial IPA brewed with our house yeast and ridiculous doses of citrus-forward American hops. It's purposely brewed to have a candy-like backbone to the layer. So that's kind of what I got off my the other one. I think there was a decent bittering component to it, but I did get a nice kind of like that crystalline kind of candy thing, and a very hazy. Don't believe I've reviewed that one before, but we all know about this one. 8.6% American Double IPA from Ye Old Treehouse. Yeah, there's your cans. There might be one or two more floating in here, but I think from here on out we're dealing with a little bit of bottle action. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully this bubble wrap doesn't make that my mic go crazy. Kingsman Brewing. Never heard of these guys before either. This is Kingsman Brewing. It's their Prince of Darkness. Imperial Milk Stout with coffee and chicory. Fuck yeah. I was just waxing poetic about chicory the other day. We were driving, me and my wife and her mother-in-law. We were going to a local town, do a little bit of kind of, I think it was just grocery shopping or something like that. But we were passing by chicory, and my wife's like, oh, there's chicory. And I'm like, man, one of my favorite beers, one of the first beers I ever kind of drank when I got into beer was Dogfish Head Chicory Stout. They don't really make it anymore. I think they do kind of small batches out of the brew house, but it's not something they typically make anymore. But I was kind of waxing poetic about it in a beer, so it's kind of cool to see one of them in there. Yeah, this is a really cool fucking label. It's just basically got a goofy spider on it, but the bottle shape, it's got that kind of Euro, kind of almost like Italian type shape to it, and it's got that nice soft wax. I think there's a little pull tab. No, it's just a little bit of wax that fell off there, but that's pretty cool. You're talking about Imperial Milk Stout. This just looks like it's going to be high in ABV. I don't know if they actually give you 10% right in front of my face with coffee and chicory. So yeah, look at that sucker. That's pretty awesome. Let's see what else we got going on here. We got another bottle. Like I said, try not to make this. Whenever I do this bubble wrap with my one microphone, it kind of freaks out a little bit. So hopefully that's not happening for you guys. Oh, I'm gonna break everything. Fox Farm bottle, 750, green 750. I'm digging this. Bière de Mille. It's a Zena Bière de Mille with honey, lemon peel, and rosemary. On the back here it says, for our take on Bière de Mille, we opted for a simple grist of locally grown and malted grains, a bunch of wildflower honey from Hurstone Hill Apiary, fresh lemon peel, and careful additions of rosemary from Cold Spring Farm. Follow a period of aging in oak foeder. We bottle condition this yet another edition of local honey. Prepare with an eye towards warm weather and warmer welcomes. 6.3%. I don't know what a Bière de Mille is. I'm sure it's just something in the Saison family. I don't know. But that is a absolutely fantastic label. It's got that nice kind of textured printing on it and super simple. So I dig that. Love me some green bottle goodness. Hopeful goodness. Because we don't know really. Technically, we don't know. I got two left. Ooh, what's the sucker? What do we got here? This one's actually a little bit cold. The box is so big. My wife texts me when I get beer mails telling me I have them. And she, when they're really big and you won't fit in the fridge. She doesn't text me, you got a beer mill. She goes, I hate, and then inserts the person names there. So she's like, I hate this Maxx guy. Because the beer mill was gigantic. It was like 26 pounds, and you saw how big it was. But I have her, the bigger ones like that, get them around 3 in the afternoon. Have her throw them in a freezer, just because it's not going to get anywhere near, like, cold, too cold or anything like that. Anyway, so this one's actually a little bit cold, which is nice. This is a barrel-aged Imperial Porter from Collective Arts, 2017 release. So we're talking about almost a 2-year-old beer, depending on when it actually came out. And it's collective project from Collective Arts, 2000, barrel-aged Imperial Porter, 11.5%. I don't believe it has a name beyond that. Not be that, yeah. It's kind of cool. It's got it says here, it says Imperial Porter, but if you look in the front here, it has kind of a bear, and in order to make the shape of the bear, they use kind of Russian buildings, so I assume it's like a Russian Imperial Stout with porter vibes. I guess that's what they're going for here. Russian Imperial Porter, if you will. But I really dig that art. It's actually probably one of the cooler ones I've gotten as of late. And then last but not least, there was one left in here. What do we have here? Looks like another Fox Farm. Let's actually get into this sucker. There we go. This is their Votive. It's a double barrel Imperial Stout. Ooh. Aged in bourbon, maple syrup, and port wine barrels. Oh, I love me some port wine beers. This is 11% alcohol by volume, 2019 version. And that's pretty much it. Absolutely fantastic label. They got this nice reflective lettering for the title of the beer and a little bit on the stout and double barrel. And a really kind of, I was going to be like really fun cut label, but it's just a matching the tone of the glass, but I really dig that. I'm a sucker for those textural kind of linen style labels, especially when they're done well and they do them pretty nicely. I dig them. So look at this stuff, kind of hazy craziness over here, bottled amazingness. Maxx, you're a fucking maniac. This is craziness. It's so weird too, because I get beer mails, but they seem to come into waves. Sometimes I'll get I think last time I got a series of beer mails, I got 4 or 5 within a 2-week period of time, and I haven't really got much of any. Last week I received 2. I shouldn't say I didn't get any, but as far as the shock and awe level, beer mails, this one's pretty crazy from quantity and also quality. Hypothetical quality. We haven't tried them yet, so we can't really talk about them that way, but thank you very much, Maxx. Very awesome of you. Very great timing, too, with us having the guys come down. I'll definitely share some of those. These are the guys, and they will be reviewed when we do share them, so there you go. Although, maybe I'll save the Treehouse ones. We'll see. We'll see what happens, because I know a couple of guys coming down or go to Treehouse quite often, so you might come down with duplicates, so I might save those for another day, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you very much for the beer mail, dude. It's super fucking killer of you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the mystery beers off camera. Cannot do those without people. It's the only way I could do them, so I appreciate anybody that reaches out and gets a hold of me and is cool enough to send off mystery beers. And hopefully you guys enjoy me reviewing all these. Hopefully you enjoy all the content we're going to make this weekend and have a blast doing it in what is going to be literally, not figuratively, literally 100 degrees. It's fucking, I looked at the weather today, I'm freaking out about it, because I burst into flames. Heat and me don't mix, never have since I was a little child. And it's going to be sunny, not partly sunny, sunny, and 97 with a real feel of 115 this weekend. So I'm going to burst into flames, got to hydrate. So hopefully you guys enjoyed unboxing, hopefully you enjoyed that stuff. Hopefully you enjoy me reviewing these, and hopefully see you next time. Cheers.